Returning to Source, Class 9, Spiritual Awakening and the Journey Home. Hello, I'm Jim Morningstar, your guide through this 9-class journey of returning to Source. The 9th in our series is entitled Spiritual Awakening and the Journey Home. Let's begin our celebration of our spiritual awakening and the journey home with a guided meditation. Get yourself comfortably seated with your spine relatively straight, but not rigid. Let your eyes close as you breathe easily. Now put your attention at the base of your spine and imagine a ball of white, glowing light raising up the back of your body as you inhale to the top of your head, then without pause descending down the front of your body again to the base of your spine. Continue inhaling up the back and down your front, affirming that your breath energy is sending nurturance, safety, and protection on the way up your back and on the way down your front. Again, breathing comfortably and easy without pause between inhale and exhale. Create a sanctuary of light around your body, which is your safe place of peace and comfort. Now breathe into the center of your sanctuary and imagine that you find yourself in a room in which a sumptuous banquet is taking place. You are comfortably seated around a large table laden with delicacies quite pleasurable to your senses. The ambience is comfortable and inviting. As you look around the table and see the guests casually seated or partially reclining and amicably chatting amongst themselves, you sense an air of familiarity that's quite striking. You begin to recognize figures that are important life teachers to you. More than that, there are others whose physical form you are not familiar with, but whose energy is uncannily comforting and familiar to you, as if you know them in another time, place, or dimension. It begins to occur to you that you have more than a passing acquaintance with everyone in the room, which is quite delightful and curious at the same time. Then it begins to dawn on you from where you're seated and how the energy feels directed towards you now that you are the honored guest at this banquet. Indeed, it's a graduation of some import and an initiation into another stage of your spiritual journey. As if orchestrated masterfully, once this awareness comes to you, you begin to inwardly feel the congratulations of each one of these life teachers speaking to your heart in turn as they acknowledge the progress you've made in your spiritual goals in returning to your source. Each teacher is fully aware of the challenges your mind may throw up to accepting this acknowledgement because of its fear of stretching beyond its old comfort zone of limitations. Nonetheless, each teacher undauntedly and good-humoredly reminds you of what you courageously asked for and are now receiving, regardless of old doubts and fears that are in their death throes. You sense that they are encouraging you to bid good riddance to the old fears and doubts as you are welcomed into the company of masters and guides, which is your soul's purpose and destiny to share with others on this planet. Indeed, this graduation ceremony is more than just and fitting. It's quite timely, as your consciousness has been preparing for lifetimes. You have returned to the awareness of your oneness with Source while maintaining your uniqueness as a loving spirit. You do not have to cease to exist or be annihilated as your ego fears to realize the perfection of your destiny. to continue to co-create with the divine and like-spirited companions and orchestrate the awakening of all beings to their place at the table of abundance and joy. Yes, you will still have a mind with all its useful powers and its limitations. But as this next stage signals, you will not be ultimately defined by your mind's or others' judgments. All is good, and so it is. In your heart, give thanks to your guides and teachers who have been with you all along and who continue to support and guide you, even more that you have acknowledged and let them more fully into your soul. With some deep and clearing breaths, bring yourself back to the outside world, knowing that you are an emissary of the Source, to which your very being bears witness. Let this energetic glow surround you softly and be a protection from the illusions of separation in our world. Your very breath is shared by all and spreads the love that unites us in Source. Holding you in my heart as fellow travelers on the road home, I send and receive blessings for our circle and all sentient beings as we co-create the reality of love as all there is and earth as heaven is. Blessings in light and love.